Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
What should folks know about the current housing market in East Texas?
I think the current housing market in East Texas has shifted from the market that was written about in the news a couple years ago. And so coming at it from a seller's perspective, I think sellers need to be realistic about pricing. They need to be realistic about days on the market. Coming from a buyer's perspective, the buyers need to know that they have more options out there because we have more inventory to choose from. But just because there's more inventory to choose from does not mean that we're seeing huge price decreases and sellers taking $100,000 less than what their property is listed at.
Where is that inventory? Is it in Tyler? Is it in Jacksonville? Where is it?
I mean, inventory is all throughout East Texas. The inventory for Smith County year over year is up 47.8%. So we have a total of 1,426 homes active on the market. For other counties, their inventory has also increased, but although we're seeing an increase in inventory, we're not seeing this huge dramatic increase in prices, but we're also not seeing a huge dramatic decrease in prices. So that means our inventory is stabilizing, which is a really great thing for the market, considering we're also dealing with increased interest rates and economic factors that we can't control.
Are the prices that you're seeing on the market right now, surprising in any way?
I think the biggest thing that sellers need to realize if they want their house to sell, they have to be strategic in their pricing. They can't say we're going to throw the price out there and ask 10, 20, 30% over what their realtor says is market value, because you're not going to have a weekend where your house is on the market and you have 12 contracts after one weekend. That is not the market that we're in right now. So you have to price strategically in order to make sure you captivate those buyers that are out there looking, and also making sure your house is staged and your house is well maintained. You can't just throw a property on the market and think, oh, it's going to sell like it did 2 years ago. You have to be very strategic about pricing and condition.
What would be your best piece of advice to price a home strategically?
My best piece of advice to price a home strategically is to consult a realtor, because we have access to market data and can provide you with days on market, average price per square foot, and we can also walk you through the house and tell you what improvements need to be made in order to capture the most buyers possible, since you are dealing with 1,426 other active houses on the market in Smith County alone.
We've been hearing a lot about people moving to this part of the state. You say that's still true even in 2025?
Absolutely. I'm actively dealing with many buyers that are still finding East Texas a very desirable place to live. One of the main reasons that I'm hearing that is, compared to nationally, we are still have housing affordability. We have more inventory, so buyers have more houses to pick from, and we still have appreciation in our values compared to some of the national markets.
So what does the future look like for the market here in East?
Well, if I had a crystal ball, I would be the wealthiest person in the whole entire world. Unfortunately, there's so many economic factors that we can't predict right now. The biggest thing that I think is driving buyers' decision is interest rates. If interest rates continue at the same level or increase, I think we're going to see buyers kind of hold back a little bit more. Now, if we do get those lower interest rates again, even going down in the 5s, I think our market's going to explode again, is what I predict.
Just for some context, what's the current interest rate right now?
The Fed did not lower interest rates at their meeting last week, and interest rates are currently sitting at 6.5% to 7% on a typical conventional fixed rate loan.
Anything else you'd like to tell our audience?
Always consult a realtor before you buy a house, and we would love to help you.